tour of the land. We'll let you have a look around and you can see what you think. This is the sort of, it comes out into the centre of the top level of the land, the top tier of the land, sort of. Just a quick look around there. We've got some nice sort of schist walls and things running into the barns and things. To the right as we come through the path is the bathroom, then there's some sheds, quite a lot of bushes, and if you can make it out there's a fence just around, big finger, this area where the borderline is, but we'll show you that as we come back up. So what we'll do is we'll just have a walk around this piece and we'll show you what there is. So we've got some grapevines. I'm going to take those out because they're getting under the roof of the building. You may have seen in an earlier video that I've got a broke pipe there which I'm just doing something with, so I've put some tiles there just to run water away at the moment. We seem to have what I think is some pomegranate plants there, with a lot of vines tangled into them. As we go further around, I think we've got a few more pomegranates, grapes, obviously everybody seems to have grapes. More grapevines there, but they're growing up a tree which I think is possibly a cherry or something of that nature. I don't really know. I am very good at sort of trees and things like that. As you can see, these sort of.
It's a cherry.
No, maybe a pear.
Pear or apple, something like that.
Yeah, it could be a pear or an apple. We're not sure, but we will look it up and let you know a bit more. We have a cable there which goes to an old rotted tree, which is actually then runs down to the borehole. It's power for that.
I think them vines are next door, so.
Yeah, possibly. And then you can see the nice big orange van. You can't really miss us when we're moving about. As I said before, you know, if you see us, give us a wave. We'll always wave back if we notice you. Sometimes it's a bit hard when you're concentrating on driving the wrong side of the road at the moment, but yeah, we'll get there. And then we'll head down to the bottom of the land and just show you an idea of that. Across the centre, before we get there, we'll go down the other side. Across the centre there's quite a lot of grapevines. We think that's cherry. You can see there's quite a lot of grapes. It's quite overgrown all over. It wasn't as bad as this when we first came, but obviously it's been 3 months.
3 months, and it's been, you know, fire season. We've not been able to do anything. Or they've not been able to do anything, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's another cherry tree here.
Oh yeah, another cherry tree there, which seems to be doing quite well. We'll have to keep the grapes off it though, so we'll be cutting some of them back before we leave. Hopefully, anyway. We've got some sort of apple, I think. I ain't sure what.
I don't know if the apples are small because of the type of apple, or whether it's because it's not been thinned out, the apples, so they've not had a chance to grow. We're not very good gardeners, as you can tell. We'll have to learn as we go along. Yeah,
that's what it's all about, really. You know, we will find out these things as we go. Anybody who wants to tell us, you know, what they are and give us a hand that way, it's always welcome his comments, and we will.
You know, that's an olive tree.
Oh yeah, that's an. I'm walking past that. I'm walking to an olive tree with more grapevines growing up them. Another olive. Shall we just go up to the top corner first, because there's some more fruit trees up at the top before we take you on to the bigger piece of the land at the bottom. I know you've all seen fruit trees, but just to give you an idea, there's another apple tree there with all grapevines. Everything's getting strangled by grapevines. We've got this bush which we don't know what is, but it does smell quite nice. Yeah, you can't do smelly vision, otherwise I would let you have a smell of that one. But hopefully one day. Then we seem to have
Another bit.
some,
Oh,
yeah, but there's some figs under that.
ah, right, yeah.
Yeah, that's some figs. Now I
don't
ain't
know.
sure whether that's coming from next door, although I think there's some stalks down at the bottom in the corner. So it could be on ours.
Yeah. I think it's one that's been cut down at some point, and these
Yeah.
are the runners off it now.
Obviously some more olives. It's quite spready, is this fig, if it's on ours. I think it is, and it seems to have run all over. Again, probably more maintenance needed. Grapes all down the side.
Stars at that side as well.
Yeah, they could be next
Seems
doors
to
as
be the
well.
other side of the wire, don't it?
Yeah. So we won't be helping ourselves to next doors. We've got plenty of our own. Then we come into another piece of land which has been ploughed and what have you at one point. We've got quite a few trees on there, apple trees on there. Nice schist wall what runs right across the land in the centre. This bit I think has been used for a vegetable patch before. As you can see, it's quite well dug and what have you. I know there's a lot of weeds coming back, but as you said, nobody's looking after it. Wow, yeah, absolutely masting grapes that. Yeah, a bit more around this side, you might even be able to see a few more, but it's absolutely full of them all the way up. All the way up there. Big mass down here, runs nearly to the floor. Some over this side. Sorry about the camera work, I'm not very good at these sort of things. I love these walls.
Gorgeous.
And you see all sorts in them. You see sort of all bugs what you'd never see, coloured ones, like little gecko things is running about as well. So that takes you up the other side, and that goes all the way to the wall. Sorry, all the way to the boundary. Then there's the rotted tree there, as I said, has our power cord for the borehole, and there's another tree what's a bit rotten away here, so we'll be taking those out and sorting this out in time. That's blocking our pathway a little if we get a tractor or something like that down here. So then we'll follow the boundary down on the right. Oh yeah, well, Debbie's just pointed out there's a nice trail of ants running up and down. We seem to have quite a lot of them actually, all up and down foraging.
Some of them are quite big, aren't they?
Yeah, they seem to be all different sizes. I don't know whether they're still there, but near this tree, if they're still there, there was a massive, some massive ants. No, because when we come last time, I didn't dare go near the wire because there was really big ants near it, but I can't see them at the moment.
No.
They might have cleared off, they might have got bored with that. So anyway, as we come further down, I don't know what these are. I don't know whether they're just hedging or whether they're going to grow into some sort of fruit tree or just bush or what.
They do look like a fruit tree.
They do,
me.
yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't know whether they're a tree
The
or
runners
whether
off
they're runners.
something.
I've no idea.
But then we've got some nice plums. Yeah, they are nice. These are a bit greeny. Just trying to find a nice one to show you. They are a bit green when you wipe the dust, rub the dust a bit. I don't know whether that's because they're not quite ripe.
It could be the type of
But
grape.
yeah,
you know.
it could be the type.
Not grape.
Plum.
Plum. Oh, that's dark.
Yeah,
It's
that's a very
soft,
dark
though.
one. Yeah, that's probably over.
Oh, that's overripe.
Yeah, there's one or two splitting, so they must be ready now. No, they are dark, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's just they are ripe at the bottoms. So, then we come to the other one, which isn't doing as well. Probably a good clean up, you know, dig out round it again. That's with most of it round here. It is quite rough sort of ground at the moment. Nobody's looked after it, as you can see. apart from this top part. So then we have some pears. I had one of these the other day. They are nice, but they're just going too soft now, so I like mine a bit firmer than these. But yeah, they do have a nice taste to them. A little bit bitty now. You know, they've been a bit insect eaten and what have you, but yeah, just pull a bit and see if I can find a bit with a nice bit on it. You can see, I'll have a bit of that actually. Well, they really are.
I don't like soft pears.
No. Apart from being soft, they're really lovely taste.
I prefer fruit.
I'm sure they do get quite big as well. Then again, we've got some, well, I think that's neighbours, but it's getting wrapped up in vines again. The neighbours' land's not as bad as ours actually. I don't think they tend to eat too much. So, and we have another apple. I'm not sure whether that's on ours or not. It's difficult sometimes. Sometimes you can see the fence, sometimes you can't see the fence line. But you know, we go on what we're told, so we have to accept what we see. Now here's sort of one or two apple trees that seem to be very old and getting a bit past the best. We're getting through. This one's sort of all broken up inside, but it's still growing. So don't know whether we can do anything with that other than just leave it and, you know, keep chopping bits back, and hopefully it'll pop back out at the bottom and regrow from there. Looks like it's very old though. I think it'll end up dying myself. And then across the way, this is where they tie the goats up as well, so yeah, they were out this morning. I don't know whether you heard that, but when it throws it down, it takes them away. And this is another tree, and of course they all seem a bit past the best really, but they are sprouting, so we'll let them grow a bit and chop them back and see what happens there. We do have ones what are, you know, in good condition and just need chopping back before they get any worse or whatever, or overgrown. It does. It did have some very big apples on it. I don't know what sort they are. Goat loves these, so you know. While we're not here, we can't eat this much, so it's nice of them to. You know, nice to keep them clear. It looks like there's been some sort of animal in there. It's got a nice round hole. I don't know whether it's a bird's nest or could be anything. Some sort of animal, could be mice or anything. I have no idea. Perhaps somebody could let us know that one as well. So moving on. Where should we go? Down to the bottom and just go straight round and back up now? Yeah.
I think most of this in the middle is either apple and pear.
Yeah,
apple or
right.
pear. I don't think there's anything any different.
No, I don't think there is. So we'll just go to the edges. I think while we've been doing this, we have missed a fig bit further up.
Yeah.
But you know, we can show you that on the way back. So we've got some more olive trees. It looks like it's a very old one. Look at the size of that in the middle and how twisted it is. Yeah, they make some beautiful shapes. But again, they need attending to. We don't know too much about them, and we're not here long enough this time to do what we want and get as far on as we want. But and we've got the building to look after as well, so we'll do that first. More grapes, look, more figs. So these figs are smaller than the ones up the top. We have had some figs off the one at the top last night, just to try them. They were darker than these and quite a lot bigger.
These are ready yet.
No, I don't know whether they are. There is quite a big one
there is
there.
a big one.
Yeah, in fact there's quite a few big ones. Somebody said if they're squashy. Now, that one feels squashy, but how squashy is squashy?
Oh, that is squashy. That
So shall we just open that one and have a look? I mean,
yeah.
Do you just want to tear it open while
That looks
oh,
nice.
It looks a lovely fruit inside.
That looks nice. I'm going to have a little bit of that.
Now Debbie's going to try hers. How's it taste, love?
Very nice.
Very nice.
Sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen somebody dry figs out though, and they seem to dry the skins. I don't know whether the skins are edible or whether you peel them normally. But one of the sites we watch.
I can't remember who it was now.
It's the fella who does the woodwork.
Oh gosh, I can't remember his name.
No, I can't. They're Maltese, I think they are.
He dries figs, didn't they?
He dries figs, yeah. I think he used to be a chef, so we'll have to have a watch of him again and see what he does with them. Because we're, you know, anything that saves them for a bit longer, especially nice food, you know.
Beautiful old olive tree.
Another beautiful tree.
And that's a shished wall there as well.
Oh yeah, but that's, I would think that's the boundary to next door, yeah. Next door do grow an awful lot of crops and bits and bobs. I don't really know. I mean, some of it looks like corn and stuff like that. I haven't seen any big corn husks. There's a very nice man next door. He keeps bringing us peppers, lettuce, onions, tomatoes. Oh no, tomatoes are absolutely massive. They really are. I'm not a tomato fan, as you probably heard on one of the videos about when we went for a meal. But yeah, he's got quite a lot of land and he grows quite a lot of stuff. Hopefully we'll get to a point where we grow quite a lot of stuff as well. But
not until we can get to come and do a permanent.
This bottom end doesn't look like it's ever had much done to it. Somebody's obviously been in and out with the tractor, which I think's what's ploughed the top end.
Is this a cherry?
I'm not sure, love. I'm not very good at things like that. It does look cherry.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Another cherry tree.
But as you've probably seen, most of our trees are sort of very old until you get to sort of things like these, which obviously look like an oak tree, I think. But what sort of oak? I don't know. Are they cork oaks? Young cork? Because I've never seen sort of this sort of style acorn. The big oaks, what we get, what I know of, are sort of
in the UK
cups, you know. And if they are oak cork, there's quite a few of them. There's a patch of them here. So, but yeah, they go real red to the sort of nuts, I suppose they are, or seeds, or whatever's in there. I've not a clue. Now we believe our line is just before the trees. Now it's a bit awkward because obviously this lot looks like it's been ploughed or something, and we haven't actually got a map with a boundary line. Now I would have said that's before the trees, but there is some trees there. There's overgrown there. But when we looked last night, and I don't want to, you know, fall out with anybody, but there's like the neighbour's land has a schist wall what runs up, and there's a track. Now whether ours is to the end, to the track or not, I don't know.
Stone there. Now I would think that's the end of next doors.
Yeah, there's a marker stone which could be next doors.
And there's a schist wall there.
And a schist wall which
so
follows on, and there's
a
dike all the way down the schist wall which runs that way. You can just see the dike in the ground. But until we know, you know, if anybody's down and wandering about, then it's, you know, we'll talk to them when we find out. But at the moment, it's one of them. They may come down at one point when we're walking up here and go, "Oi, what are you doing?"
I think we should pay though to find out.
Yeah, I think we need to know.
And you can get that from, I can't remember what the estate agent said.
Well, it'll be the Camara, is it? Yeah. Something like that in the town. Nearest one's Fundow. I think we would think they've got all the plans. So really that's a wander around. You'll see the rest on the way back up if, you know, when we put it on.
These trees.
No, these look like some sort of pine. There's one or two out here. More corks, more oaks. I won't say corks because I don't know they are. Bit of rough ground. When we did come to look at the house, you know, they did say past the sandy bit, which to me that's the sandy bit, and the big trees are the big trees. So, yeah.
So just before the big
trees. Yeah, just before the big trees. So I would assume it's the big trees in the background. But as I say, we'll look into that a bit better before we come back and what have you. Now oh yeah. So while I've been walking up, because ours is our border ends sort of here, I've walked past wherever the stone might be, which we haven't seen yet.
Which I would think it's somewhere along this line here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we are as far as ours actually. It must run up there towards. Yeah, it's a bit difficult. See, there I seem to be. Oh, hang on. So there I seem to be on the fence line as I look down it, but that doesn't always tell you the story. As you see, next door's quite a lot of land and a big field. If we ran this line up, which we would hope it was, it runs somewhere up here, but we haven't found a stone what sort of points us to it yet. Yeah, no, they usually stood up. Yeah, they usually stood up markers, love. So, as I say, we're unable to find out exactly where it is, so we will have a look. I still think it's probably something to do with this dike what runs, as that sort of runs along the wall to the neighbour's land down at the bottom. I might be totally wrong. All we can do is sort of have a look, and people will try and get a plan, and people will obviously let us know whether we're right or wrong. So I must say, somebody's been, you know, it looks like somebody's been up here with a plough or something, but it seems to come from all over. You know, you can't just tell exactly where's what.
It's not in a straight line, is it?
No, it doesn't appear to be.
And I know land's not necessarily in a straight line, but when I looked on the Google map,
yeah, it just shows a straight line.
It did show a straight line up, so just a question of
where it ends.
Because that wasn't clear on the
map. No, it wasn't clear on the map, and as we say, we can't find the stone which actually. Oh yeah, yeah. As Debbie's just said, you know, all the beautiful mountains around us. You know, you can just come out and sit here. Well, there's even a taller one in the distance that way. It's really beautiful, peaceful. You do with your dogs now and again, but not very often. To be honest, the crickets and things are louder on a night than the dogs have ever been. So yeah, and we have dogs ourselves, so you know, it don't bother us in the slightest. Hours back, we know dogs back, and that's all there is to that. I just making sure there's nothing down this line, but as far as I can see, I'm right up to the trees, which seems to be the hedge line, hedgerow, and there's nothing there. The thing that sort of points out to me is there's a line where it's ploughed and a line that isn't, which runs in that direction, straight to those trees, but we've been to them and I can't find a stone.
No.
So, you know, hopefully the Camara or whatever they call it. Oh look, a young olive tree here.
Oh yeah.
Very young.
Oh.
So, I'm saying very young, it could be 10 years old as far as I know. I don't know how long they are before you sort of get to this sort of height and fruit. But olives, again, something that we're not really into as eating, but olive oil, if we can make something out of that, yeah. Do you know, I've just seen these pears over here and I never saw how red they are. I'm just going to see if I can sort of see if these are a bit harder than the other ones. So, look nice and firm, they feel firm. Oh, I have a bit. Sorry about this. They're like a conference pear, to what I'd call a conference pear. Very sort of hardish.
That's nice.
Nice taste. Maybe just a little bit early for them.
Might be, yeah.
Still a little bit dry. Another, again, really old trees. Excuse me while I was munching. I'll cut that out, probably. Anyway, we'll get back to the side because it's a bit easy walking for us, I think. Yeah? You alright with that, love?
Yeah.
And look at this lichen on these.
What is that?
It's all lichen on the trees. They say it's a sign of really good clean air, and it's massed in it. It feels,
you're breathing so much.
yeah, feels real sort of wiry or whatever. But yeah, tree's absolutely full of it. So yeah, still run out of energy and stuff. But breathing's certainly a lot better here. Right, so yeah, another thing that we found the other day when we were wandering around, we didn't really know where we were looking.
Yeah, what is that?
But this is our borehole, I believe. So this is where all our water comes from.
Right.
So down here is the like the well where it's drilled, and then they drop a pump down and that pumps up through the tube all the way along. God knows where that goes to, but that's the borehole, I believe. Something else under there maybe. I think that's just a stone, but there's a tin under it.
Be careful.
Yeah, I am just being careful. No, there's nothing under it. It's just a bit of tin what's blown somewhere. Yeah, I'll put the rock back and get out of the way. Yeah, we aren't used to these sort of creepy crawlies and things, so we don't know what's what and what's hiding where. So there's another fig, I think, darling. Oh no, yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, yeah, another figure, yeah. So, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, and blackberries. So there really is, you know, all sorts on the farm. So, and I'll just give you a look back up at the building, and then we'll finish this video for now. I think you've spent enough time looking around the land. So, and it looks, I know it's not neat, but it looks beautiful under this sort of cloudy sky, real blue. this is the sort of thing we saw in it when we came. You know, there's all this sort of land, the peace, the quiet, and then there's the sort of buildings a nice size when we get it done.
Well, all that across the front there, where the bathroom is, and you can see the tin roof to the left, the bottles where we're warming our water for our shower.
Yeah.
And the wall, schist wall across to the other building, all that's coming out.
Yeah.
So we want to build a big patio up there.
Yeah, I ain't sure about the schist wall coming out because
that
top schist wall's beautiful, but we might be able to lower it and so we can see over the top of it or something like that.
Well, we'll certainly use the schist again
Oh
somewhere
yeah,
else.
yeah, if it comes out we'll be using it. So that should keep that going. So as I say, that's the house from here and that's the rest of the land. So you know, we've got plenty for us. We're getting on a bit, and you know, I run out of energy pretty quick, and we've got all these mountains around us. Beautiful weather most of the time, although at the moment, as you can see, it's quite cloudy.
But it's cooler, it's more
if I turn that
comfortable
way,
for doing.
it's nice and blue. You know, it's beautiful. So sooner we can get out of here to live, the better. But that'll be retiring time.
Years, my love.
Yeah, I think my wife's got 6 years till then.
Oh.
So, yeah.
It'll be holidays until then.
Yeah, so.
But hopefully we can start to put some money into it next year.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Get some work done on the property.
Yeah, that's the idea, to get the work done while we're not over here full time. And then when we do come over full time, hopefully it'll all be finished and we can get ourselves sort of moved in, settled in completely. Hopefully we'll know the language by then, or at least have a good idea of quite a lot of it, and we'll be able to talk to people.
The shop's very good though. They've been helping us with counting and asking for things that we ask for quite a lot.
Yeah.
And they're all friendly in the village. You say hola and they all speak.
Yeah, bon dia, first thing in the morning. You know, we went to the cafe this morning. They all spoke to us. They didn't do the first day, but some of that's us. We didn't speak to them either. They maybe thought we were just passing through. But yeah, all in all, so far, everything's good. Apart from the house, which will be when we've done it. But they did leave an awful lot of dirt, old, not dirt, old stuff in it, which is not our liking.
Well, it was all old bedding and
there was a lot of old beddings
old
and stuff like that.
Furniture, and none of it was any good that we could make any use of. I know the Portuguese people like to reuse everything, but it was way beyond it. All the furniture was full of woodworms. So
yeah, there was quite a lot of woodworm in the bottom legs and things like that. But as you've seen inside, you know, as we're cleaning it out, we're cleaning the floors. We're going to do some painting hopefully this time, and
just to make it look a bit cleaner, so we can just sit in the lounge if it starts raining, because it's coming to that time.
And at the moment, as we said before, you know, if you see us kicking about in our orange truck, give us a wave.
And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Oh yeah, definitely. So if you like the videos, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. All helps. Thank you.